Hi and welcome to yet another episode. What I'm wanting to do here is show you how to set up MiSTer. So what we first need to do is find the information and the download files that we need. So let's go off to MiSTer project, and then at the top there you'll find GitHub, and then we can scroll down and find setup guide and keep scrolling until we find how to set things up. You might want to read this through, not just follow what I'm showing you here, but basically you just download these files. Just making sure that you save it in a place that you want it to be. I've fuzzed out all my stuff just because I want to be a bit private about it. And then what we need to do is unpack it, which basically if you're using WinRAR, 7-zip, that sort of stuff, you should know how to do that by now anyway. Let's get the rest of it. So what we need to do is actually run that application that we've got. So after we've unpacked it, so I'll just drag it across, and then you can see I've unpacked it already. Click it, get it going, and run it. This is, make sure though that you have actually selected the micro SD card that you want to use, not to some other drive by accident. I'm showing in real time how long it takes. It should take roughly the same time on your machine as well. Basically you might notice though that I've got things set up so that I'm dragging things across to my second screen. That's why sometimes you'll see things just happen. So you get a little bit to say that it's finished. Close all that down. Go to the next bit. And what you have to now is the update files. Why the install program just doesn't go off and get the latest version, I don't know, but it doesn't, so you have to do it all manually. So again, you just download the files. The guide in question does actually show you step by step on what to do. I'm just sort of showing you through the video just so you get an idea of what should happen. So we've got the file. As you notice, I've had to rename it there, so it's just MiSTer. And then what you need to do is drag that across to where the micro SD card is, and then you overwrite the old version. And then there's another file that you need to get, which is hidden away a little bit in this step 4, but don't miss it. Even though it's not got screenshots of what to do, it is a step that's needed. So you get the latest version of the menu, and like the last file, basically you have to rename it, which you'll see me do in a moment. A little bit of dead air here, but it's just one of those things. Trying to show you visually and talk about it. I got ahead of myself a bit. But yes, what you do is you click the file and you rename it so that it just says menu. If you don't want to press right click, you can always press F2 on your keyboard, and that will bring up the rename options if you've already got the file selected. So again, you copy it across to the root of the micro SD card that you've set up for wanting to be for the MiSTer. So that's the file that's now overwritten as well. So go on to the next bit of where we've got to get a core. In the example it shows you how to get the NES core up and running, so let's go get the latest NES core. Of course the numbers that are on there might be a little bit different to what are on mine, because time you've watched this there might be yet a new version out. So always make sure though you've got the one closest to the date that you currently have. And so for this, just as a basic way of setting up the micro SD card, you drag it to the root of the micro SD card again.
12 seconds later.
And what you've got to do here is stick your NES games into a NES games folder on the root of your SD card. So I've got the MiSTer turned on, the dongle and the gamepad's linked up, the keyboard and its dongle linked up, which is easy enough done. But of course what most people want to do is be able to control the main menu with their gamepad. And to do that you have to press F12, which on this keyboard is function F12, and then move down the menu to get to joystick buttons, and then you given a screen of where you have to press all different buttons and joysticks for the way that you want to do them. For now I'm just going to leave that because I'm not actually got a game ready, it's just a test bit like I said before. So I'll just skip that for now, but that's where you go if you want to get that going. If you don't like this sort of snow or this fuzz in the background of the screen, I believe it's F1 that you press, and you can just keep pressing it until you get some kind of background you actually like. Personally I just prefer the black screen. And then what we can do is enter the NES core, because this is a list of the cores that you have. So I press enter, and then I'm greeted with a black screen. Now this happens on a fair few of the cores, and you think, oh no, it's broken, why is it not working? What you have to do is press F12, and then you get the list of the different things that are in there. This is what makes it easier for when you've got the gamepad, and then one of the settings is OSD. If you set that to a button on your gamepad, which in my case for this one is this little grey button down here that I like to use, and that brings you up to this, and you don't have to mess around anymore with the keyboard. So anyway, let's load up that test file that I had. It's under NES games, and this basically it's just a test screen, because I don't want to get done by good old Ninty for playing one of their games on here, so I don't seem to like it if you do it on YouTube, but you get the idea. What you do, you stick your games in there like I said before. And that's basically it for this bit. What I want to do for the next video is make one so that I can show you how to use the secondary SD card if you've bought all the extra gubbins to be able to do that. But that's it for now. So until next time, happy gaming.